Mixon, today we are diving into a new accessory I think your Tesla will appreciate. Tesery, the sponsor of this video, sent over their Tesla Highland Frunk electric suction lock for both the Model Y and also the Model 3. They didn't, however, send over any directions, so hopefully my inspired Iron Man wit will help me guide you through this video. If you haven't noticed, I am not Tony Stark, but Nathen Mixon, and I'm your go-to for fitness, wellness, and also tech. So if you want to see more videos like this, make sure you subscribe to the channel, turn on your push notifications, and don't forget to share this video with other people who may be inspired to do things that I'm about to do now. If you are looking for links, everything will be down in the description below. Let's go ahead and start this installation now.
All right, so the first thing you want to do is have the frunk open, and from there you're going to pull this panel off. Usually it can require a two-man job, but it's pretty simple. Just simply pull it up. It doesn't require a lot of strength at all. From there you have your frunk there. You're going to remove 4 different plugs, okay? Now with those plugs, you're going to need a 10mm socket. All right, you can use a wrench or a drill, kind of like what I'm going to use. All right, so drill those 4 pieces out. It doesn't take much strength to get them off either. I'm just being house-a-ditty because I have a drill. Anyway, from there, we're going to take the light plug out, okay? That kind of peels off too, but if you have a pry tool, definitely use that. But here, you're just going to pull this plug out. It just pulls straight out. You may need a little bit of strength there. And then from there, you're going to have the ability to lift the frunk out. It just comes out just like that, and that's what it looks like. All right, so this thing right here, we're going to have to remove this too as well, and it's going to require a really weird tool, so maybe I'll link a picture in there for you. Everything will be in the description too, by the way, if you need it, but you're going to take all those screws out, and you're going to reveal your dirty HEPA filter, okay? And then we'll come back to that a little bit later. But first, we're going to come back to the frunk, and we're going to unplug this little piece here. It just kind of pulled this red piece out first, and then pull the whole entire unit out just like that. It may be kind of weird, but don't be afraid of it. All right, so from here, that 10mm socket is going to come back into use. We're going to take off 2 screws, just like I've done here. And then make sure you don't lose those screws because we're going to need to put those back a little bit later. All right, so from here, we had this gray piece, and this is where it's going to be our focus point. I'm going to show you what we're going to do with that in a second. But first, let's go ahead and open a box with no directions in it. And we're going to see this black thing here. So we're going to pull this black piece out. And this is what we're going to actually use to motorize the frunk. All right, so go ahead and take that with you back to the frunk. And we're back at that piece once again. Now with this piece, you're going to grab that little gray bar, pull it towards you, and then lift it up. And then it will take off the tension off that little circle there. That's important because we're going to put this right behind it, just like that, and kind of line it up with those 2 holes there. Now that little circle ring, we're going to place that right on top of that ring. So we want it under the latch. All right, so keep that in mind. So put it there just like that. And then you're going to place the latch back over on top of it. Okay. This is way easier with 2 other people, but you can manage it, I promise. Just give me a second here to work with it. There you go. All right, so now you're going to pull this other piece back into that same slot, okay? It's going to be a little bit more tight, but you can do it. Just a little bit of strength, and you're going to place it up and into that hole, and then you're pretty much done with this piece here, okay? Now that's going to return back into the same slot just like you took it off. So just line up those screws there, and then just kind of push them in there with your finger at first, and then grab your drill or your ratchet, and then you'll place it in there nice and tight. Again, you're using a 10mm socket when utilizing this. There you go, just like that. All right, so we're going back to the box, and we're going to grab out the wiring harness here. I don't know what the name of it is, but it's a wiring harness. That's what I'm going to call it anyway. That screw, I'm not sure what that does, and I never found out, so don't even worry about it. I didn't use it, and everything worked fine. So let's go ahead and install this piece here. All right, so you're going to plug it up into the actual unit. It's only one way it can go in, so go ahead and push that into it. And then that little screw right there is where we're going to attach the ground wire to. So that being said, you're going to take your wrench, your 10mm wrench, and also your socket, and then you're going to have to finagle it to get that piece a little bit loose. All right, don't let go of that wrench or it will fall inside of your car. All right, so from there, you're going to take the grounding wire, the black one, and you're going to place it right between that screw. All right, bringing that wrench back into the play here. We're going to hold it down, and then slide it right under there just like that. And then hold on to that wrench because it will fall in there. All right, and then just screw it in nice and tight. There you go. Failed. I shouldn't have let it go. Anyway, all right, so see the little screw there with the red wire? We're going to unscrew that just a little bit because that's where the power wire is going to go. Oh, that looks dirty. All right, so we're going to put that right there into right between that little screw right there. All right, so make sure you place this wire under everything that you can. That's very important. Once you get it there, we're going to have it relaxed there on that dirty HEPA filter. I probably need to change that out. But long story short, you're going to get your 10mm wrench, and then you're going to try to squeeze your fingers or hands between that and loosen that just a little bit so you can place that piece right between it, and it'll look just like that. Okay, this may be a tedious process, probably the hardest part of the car. Okay, from here we got your zip ties, and we're going to zip tie all the loose wiring as close as we can to the vehicle itself. Okay, we don't want anything kind of dangling and flying around in there, so we want to zip tie at least 3 pieces. And there you go. I kind of zip tied it right under the actual frunk of the car. All right, so from here, you're gonna plug your plug that plug into the thing just like we did earlier, and we're gonna place our top over to our HEPA filter there. There's gonna be a lot of screws in this piece, but how many screws you got? That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. So you got 10 screws there. From there, you're going to place back in your bucket or your front piece. I don't know what that's called. We're going to place it back in there. It should go nice and flush. Make sure you pull that wire out too as well because we had to attach that light. All right, so just plug that back in just like that. Too easy. And then we're going to just slide it back into that space and then just kind of like nudge it back into this correct space. It just pops right back in, everybody. Just pops back in, everybody. Okay, got it. All right, so from here, we're going to put those screws back into the actual frunk. All right, so we want to make sure that it's not moving around while we're in there. Remember, you may have 5 screws. I lost 1 screw, so that's why I only have 4. That's my excuse, and I'm sticking to it. And then from there, you're going to snap that piece back into its space. All right, again, walk around to the other side. It doesn't take much time to get there, so just walk around to the other side, make things a little bit easier for you so you're not leaning all over your car. And here is a moment of truth. All right, and my camera would lose focus, but it worked. All right, so it's nice and flush. Let me get another view from there. Ooh, dope. One more time for the vine. And there you have it, y'all. Automatic front. Look at them dusty handprints. This is now a thing of the past.
Yeah, so I'm never gonna get tired of that specific feature. Don't want any more fingerprints? No problem. Want to ensure that your trunk is closed? No problem. It's gonna secure your lock on your car, okay? So Tesla Model 3, Tesla Model Y, this is a hot item that I don't think a lot of people are talking about. It doesn't come with your car, and you're probably gonna need this in the near future. If this video helped you out, make sure you subscribe to my channel, turn on your push notifications, share this with anyone. Give it as a gift idea. It's definitely something that's gonna be needed, especially if you have a show car. So feel free to chime on in with any kind of comments and things, thoughts about what you thought about the product. And if anything, I'll catch you on the next one. Peace. Oh, all the links, descriptions, everything like that will be down below. So make sure you check that out for certain discounts, and I got you covered. All right, I'll catch you next one. Peace. I'm still not going anywhere. That's just for show. So I'm just gonna go back in the house.